Okay, we have the Hayden shape here. EPS, Future Flex, which is his patented technology. We know Ando surfs is like he's pretty much the stalwart of Hayden shapes, longest team rider, and certainly a standout in the free surfing world, without a doubt. Soph, what'd you think?
I really enjoyed surfing this board. Yeah, it's epoxy, as you said.
Yep.
And that definitely gave me a lot of spark to my surfing, especially when towards the end of the week we were feeling a bit fatigued. So I jumped on this board and all of a sudden I was having like a lot of fun again. I was going fast and still able to bottom turn and not lose the fins out the back, even with the strong offshore. So it definitely held its own out there. And one of my competitors, Philippa, Craig's sister, also rides for Hayden. And when I was riding this board, it gave me more of an understanding about her surfing and her style. And yeah, I think that's a massive credit to HS and to herself as well. Like they've clearly worked together pretty hard on shaping the right boards for her. And yeah, I kind of felt like I was channeling my inner Philippa Anderson out there. And so yeah, it was good, and I'd like to ride it again. And perhaps, maybe just try it in beachy conditions as well. I feel like that's where it would really shine.
Go well, yeah. So, what do you think of the Hayden shape?
Yeah, so we, towards the end of the trip, jumped on this at one of the kind of wedgy reef beaches that we surfed. And to be honest, to start with, I just couldn't work it out. I was just like, what is going on? I was like, couldn't do a turn. And I think it was just because it's just such a different design to what I've ridden for so long. And I sort of had to slow it down, break it back down, and just sort of like find my feet again. And I ended up having probably 3 or 4 waves where it started to really click. And it probably, supposedly, you guys say it looks better than it even felt. It felt good.
Well, I was watching from the beach and I was just going, wow, he's ripping on that thing.
Yeah. So, like it felt good, but when a board looks better, that's also a really cool thing.
Yep.
It felt like an epoxy, like with heaps of foam, and sort of was skimming along the top and tinking off the lip once I finally found my feet on it.
Yeah.
And it felt like a pretty cool board. I think it's probably one of those surfboards that I would have to spend a heap of time on to work it out.
Well, that's a lot to do with the fact that you don't surf technology like this.
100%.
Like ever. Yeah. So I jumped on this board when we went for the surf and I loved it. It's probably for you as well. It was the highest literage because it was 30 litres, which is probably 2 litres over what you normally surf. So you would be feeling a bit of that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Me, I love that extra literage, but for you, I thought you were killing it.
Yeah, so I mean, like you said, I think it's just something that with a design like this, it wasn't something that I was used to, but after kind of bringing it back and finding my feet again, I started to kind of really like it. And I'm sure the more time you spent on a design like this with the literage, easy to paddle, catch heaps of waves, and just, flies along the crappy sections, and probably would work in really good waves as well once you get your head around it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Ando surfing like, was it like 12-foot macaronis, or I can't remember exactly what it was, something like that, on a board like this. And yeah, same technology. So obviously it can handle.
Yeah.
100%. Shown how it. So the Cohort's the model, Hayden's the shaper. Great little board, I thought. Glad you liked it as well. Well done, Hayden. Thanks heaps.